Hello everyone and welcome to Kiru's online lectures. I am Kiru Jamtani and today's topic is organic chemistry. See, in this chapter what we have to discuss is introduction to the organic compounds, then what is homologous series, structure, isomerism, nomenclature and hydrocarbons. Alcohols and carboxylic acids for the year 2020 they are omitted from the syllabus. Now in part 1 we are going to study introduction, homologous series and structure. In part 2 we will be discussing isomerism and nomenclature. And in part 3 we will be discussing the hydrocarbons, that is alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Now starting with introduction to organic compounds. So introduction to organic compounds, first of all we will study what is this term organic compound known as. So according to Lavoisier, he is a scientist, in 1785 he classified substances into two categories. The one is organic and the other one is inorganic. He told organic compounds are those compounds which are derived from plants and animals, and inorganic compounds are those which are derived from minerals and all. Berzelius in 1800 he stated a vital force is necessary for producing these organic compounds. Then Wohler in 1828 first proved the natural vital force theory wrong. How he proved wrong? He synthesized urea. Thus, he called urea to be as organic compound. Coming on to what is organic chemistry. So, organic chemistry is basically a chemistry of specific organic compounds, or we can say it is a chemistry of specific carbon compounds. Now, only carbon compounds. So carbon compounds except in this organic chemistry, except oxides, carbonates and carbides. So most carbon compounds these are only listed in organic chemistry. Now coming on to that, what are these organic compounds? So organic compounds, that means hydrocarbons. So these are the organic compounds that is composed of carbon and hydrogen only. Organic compound, hydrocarbon is organic compound which is composed of carbon and hydrogen only. Now this hydrocarbon, it is divided into three categories. The one is alkane, second one is alkene, third is alkyne. Now see, we have general formula for all these three categories. Like when we talk about alkane, the general formula is CnH2n plus 2. When we talk about alkene, general formula is CnH2n, and when we talk about alkynes, general formula is CnH2n minus 2. Now something we have to note over here, that is for n equals 1, the prefix which we use is meth. N equals 2, eth prefix is used. N equals 3, prop prefix is used. N equals 4, but. N equals 5, pent. N equals 6, hex. N equals 7, hept. Similarly, n equals 8, oct. N equals 9, non. N equals 10, dec. Now let's suppose I have been told to draw the structure of methane. Methane means meth, that means one carbon. Ane means alkanes. So I have to apply this formula. If I am saying propene, so prop means 3 carbons, ene means they are talking about alkene. As I told, these hydrocarbons are classified in three categories. The one is alkanes, alkene and alkyne. We know general formula of alkane is CnH2n plus 2, alkene CnH2n, alkyne CnH2n minus 2, and we have studied if n is equals to 1 we write meth, if n is equals to 2 we write eth. Now see, we are provided with ethane. Ethane means carbon number of n is what? 2. So in place of n we will write 2 because it is ane, so it will fall in alkane category. So C2H6. But yes, if I am saying propene, so I have to apply this formula. So prop means n equals 3. So the formula will be C3H6. But yes, if I am saying butane, so but means n is equals to 4. Ine means I am talking about alkyne. So the formula becomes C4. So 2 into 4 minus 2, thus it will be C4. 4 into 2 8, 8 minus 2 6. So this is all about hydrocarbons. Further we will study how to make the structure of these hydrocarbons and how to draw their condensed and branched structures also. Now next is, how can we obtain these organic compounds? What are the sources from which these organic compounds are obtained? So these organic compounds can be obtained from plants also, like we get carbohydrates, acids. These organic compounds can be obtained from animals, like we can get proteins and urea. These organic compounds can be obtained from coals also, like we get dyes and drugs. Now what are the importance of these organic compounds? They are used as a food also, like carbohydrates. They are used in dyes like azo-dyes. In clothing we use cotton clothing. In fuels, petrols, and in medicines like penicillin and all. Coming on to unique nature of carbon atom. As we told, organic chemistry is basically the chemistry which deals with the carbon compounds. So what is the unique nature of this carbon compound? Carbon atom. So it is tetravalence and it is catenation. Tetravalency, that means we know the atomic number of carbon is 6. Thus its electronic configuration is 2 4. Thus in its valence shell there are 4 electrons. That means it is a tetravalent because it is having 4 electrons in its valence shell. Since it is tetravalent, so we call it as, it exhibits what? Tetravalency. Now coming on to catenation. What is catenation? So catenation is tendency of an element to form the chains of identical atoms, that is self linking property. See, this is catenation. That means carbon can combine together and thus they form millions of structures, and due to this only they can also form isomers. So due to these three reasons, tetravalency, catenation, forming isomers, these carbon compounds can exist in millions of organic compounds, and hence this is only the unique nature of carbon compound. Due to this unique nature, that is, it exhibits tetravalency, catenation, and it also leads to the formation of isomers, millions of compounds are formed. So because of this all, these all are the unique nature of carbon, due to which millions of organic compounds are formed. Next is organic and inorganic compounds. Now what are organic compounds? There are certain few elements which are organic compounds, like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, phosphorus, chlorine and bromine. But inorganic, there are all elements which are inorganic. Coming on to the bonding part. So organic compounds, they have covalent bonding, but inorganic compounds, they have electrovalent, or we can say ionic bonding. Melting and boiling point, organic compounds have low melting and boiling point, but inorganic compounds have high. If we talk about solubility, so organic compounds, these are soluble in water. Organic compounds are insoluble in water, but this inorganic compounds, these are soluble in water. When we talk about inorganic solvents, so organic compounds, these are soluble in organic solvents, but inorganic compounds are insoluble. When we talk about the conduction, since organic compounds, they are non-conductors because they do not have free electrons, so they are non-conductors. But when we talk about inorganic compounds, so they are the conductors of electricity because they have free electrons, free ions in them. Cationation and isomerism, these organic compounds, because organic compounds are mainly made up of carbon, and due to the unique nature of carbon, it exhibits what? Cationation, tetravalency and all, but that all thing is not exhibited over here. That means inorganic compounds does not exhibit cationation and isomerism and all. Now when we talk about the classification of organic compounds, so organic compounds are basically classified in two categories. The one is open chain compounds, which we call it as aliphatic, and the other one is closed chain compounds, which we call it as cyclic. So in open chain compounds, as we have previously discussed, we have hydrocarbons, in which we discussed alkanes and alkynes. So these alkanes are known as saturated hydrocarbons because they contain only single bond. Alkene and alkyne, they are known as unsaturated hydrocarbon because alkene contains double bond and alkyne exhibits, we can say, triple bond. When we talk about cyclic or closed chain, so we have two different forms over here. Like in hydrocarbons we have saturated and unsaturated, over here homocyclic and heterocyclic. Homocyclic means containing only carbon and hydrogen, like we have benzene. But apart from carbon and hydrogen, in heterocyclic we have some other element also, like we have nitrogen, so we call it as heterocyclic, thus its name is pyridine. So this was all about the introduction to organic chemistry, that what are the compounds used over here. Now coming on to homologous series. Now see, homologous series, what is homologous series? The series of the organic compound in which the successive members differ by CH2 group. Like we saw over here, we have alkane and alkyne. So in alkane, if I am putting N is equals to 1, so I will get CH4 because its general formula is CnH2n plus 2. For alkene, general formula is CnH2n, and for alkynes, general formula is CnH2n minus 2. So N is equals to 1, that is CH4, we will call it as methane because meth and ane. N equals to, so C 2, 2 into 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, so this is called ethane. N is equals to 3, so we will write N की place में we will write 3, 3 into 2 6, 6 plus 2 8, this is called propane. N equals 4, so in place of N we have to write 4, 4 into 2 8, 8 plus 2 10, this is called butane. Over here we can see the successive members differ by CH2 group. Methane and ethane, they differ by CH2 group. Similarly, ethane and propane, they differ by CH2 group. Similarly, propane and butane differ by CH2 group. So this series in which the difference is of CH2 is known as homologous series. Similarly, if we talk about alkene, we know in alkene there is a double bond. So if we want double bond, there should be minimum 2 carbons. Therefore, N is equals to 1 does not exist. This means methane and methane we will not get, because N equals to 1 does not exist over here. For having double and triple bond, we need minimum 2 carbons. So N is equals to 2, we'll write 2 over here, C2H4. So this is called ethene. N is equals to 3, C3H6, because for 3 we use word prop, the prefix is prop and the suffix will be ene, so it will be propene. Similarly, N equals 4, C4H8, suffix is prefix is but and the suffix is ene. So over here also we can see there is a difference of CH2 group in the successive members, like ethene and propene, they differ by CH2 group. Similarly, propene and butene, they differ by CH2 group. Now when we talk about alkyne, for alkyne also N equals 2, that means C3, 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 2, 4. So this will be called as, for N equals 2, we use word eth and this is ine, so ethyne. N is equals to 3, this will be C2H2, because N is equals to 2, so C2, 2 into 2, 4, 4 minus 2, 2, so it is C2H2. If I am writing N equals 3, to C3, 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 2, 4, so it is propyne. Similarly, N equals 4, to C4, 4 into 2, 8, 8 minus 2, 6. So this is known as butane. Over here also we can see the successive members, they differ by CH2 group. Hence, this series in which the successive members, that is the series of organic compound where successive members follow a regular structural pattern and the successive compounds, they differ by a CH2 group. Coming on to the general characteristics of this homologous series. So as we have seen, they have same functional group, like we have seen कि all were belonging to alkynes, they were having same functional group. Second is same general formula. In alkanes we were applying same general molecular formula and obviously they are belonging to the same series, so they have same chemical properties, but yes, they differ in their physical properties. And obviously as we were moving down, there was increase in molecular weight down a series. So these are certain characters of homologous series. Now coming on to the next topic, that is the structure of organic compounds, like what we discussed. So organic compounds are basically represented by two ways. The one is molecular formula, as we saw, like if we want to write the molecular formula of ethane, now we know eth means carbon 2, ane means it is belonging to the alkane series, so 2 into 2 plus 2, formula will be C2H6. So this is known as molecular formula. But yes, when we talk about the structural formula, so in structural formula we talk about the arrangement of various atoms, and this structural formula is represented by two ways. The one is condensed structural and the other is represented by branched structural. Now see, if I have this ethane over here, I have to draw its condensed form, or I have to draw its condensed structural formula. So C2, that means I am having 2 carbon. How many hydrogen? There are 3 hydrogen, 6 hydrogen. So 1 hydrogen, 1 here, 3, and 1 over here, 1 here and 1 here. Thus this is known as branched structural formula, but yes, अगर इस कार्बन के पास टोटल 3H है एंड इस कार्बन के पास 3H है, so if I am writing like this CH3 CH3, so this is known as condensed formula. The structural formula for alkanes, if I talk about, like as I told, N is equals to 1, we have methane, so its molecular formula will be CH4 because alkanes का general formula होता है CnH2n plus 2, and if I want to draw its branched structure, and here we'll draw its condensed structural formula. So branched structure में will show its branching. So H over here, H over here, H and H, but condensed CH4. Yes, but when we talk about N is equals to 2 is ethane. So for ethane, C2, 2 into 2 plus 2, so its formula becomes, molecular formula becomes C2H6. Branched formula, it becomes H because there are 2 carbons, so 2 carbons हमने draw किए and each carbon is satisfied by hydrogen. So over here H, over here H and here H. We can count, there are 2 carbons, there are 6 hydrogen. Thus इसका condensed form आ जाएगा CH3 bond CH3. Similarly N is equals to 3, we have propane, so it will be C3H, 2 into 3 6, 6 plus 2 8. Now carbon 3, this carbon के पास एक bond है, तो carbon is tetravalent, तो ये हमने 3 bond बनाए. In 3 bond में I'll write what? Hydrogen. This carbon, the middle carbon has 2 bonds, so we'll draw 2 more bonds. ये hydrogen, and for this carbon we'll again draw 3 bonds. Thus अगर इसका condensed formula we'll draw CH3, over here it is 2CH, so CH2 CH3. This and this C molecular formulas are same, C3H8. It is the condensed structure of propane. Similarly we have alkenes. Alkenes general formula is CnH2n. Now when we'll write over here N is equals to 1, so in 1, as I told, double bond needs minimum 2 carbons, so N equals 1 does not exist. N equals 2, we'll write ethene. Molecular formula will be C2H4, so its branched structure, since there are 2 carbons, alkene है तो ये हम double bond, इस carbon की 2 bond हो गई, तो we'll write 2 hydrogen over here. So its condensed structure is CH2 double bond CH2. Similarly N is equals to 3 propene, to C3H6. Now we have to draw 3 carbon. Since it belongs to alkene, तो किसी भी एक carbon में double bond. इस carbon की 2 bond already हो गई, तो this is hydrogen. And for this carbon there are 3 bonds. Again hydrogen, and here 3 hydrogen will come. See 3 hydrogen, 4, 5, 6. Since it is matching with this. Now condensed CH3, CH double bond CH2. So now we have alkynes. We know general formula for alkynes is CnH2n minus 2, and we also know alkynes, they have triple bonds. These are unsaturated hydrocarbons. So N is equals to 1 does not exist over here. But yes, N is equals to 2 if I draw. So C2, 2 into 2, 4, 4 minus 2, 2. That is ethyne. So this is what? Molecular formula. Now when we have to draw its branched formula, we have 2 carbons. Now since they belongs to alkyne, so we have triple bond. There are 2 hydrogens, so 1 is co and 1 is co. इसका condensed formula क्या हो जाएगा? CH triple bond CH. Similarly we have N is equals to 3, C3, 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 2, 4. So this is known as propyne. So its branched formula becomes C, because there are 3 carbons, So we'll draw 3 carbons, we'll draw ट्रिपल बॉन्ड ओवर हियर. नाउ अगर लास्ट कार्बन में देखें, सो इट्स बॉन्डिंग इज 3, तो इसको 1 हाइड्रोजन. मिडिल कार्बन 1 2 3 4 बॉन्डिंग्स आर ऑलरेडी देयर, तो नो हाइड्रोजन विल बी गिवन टू दिस. फर्स्ट कार्बन में 3 हाइड्रोजन विल बी गिवन, क्योंकि ये टेट्रावेलेंट है, हमको 4 बॉन्डिंग्स रखनी है. 4 से ज़्यादा बॉन्डिंग्स वी कैन नॉट कीप ओवर हियर. नाउ इट्स कंडेंस्ड फॉर्मूला इज CH3C ट्रिपल बॉन्ड CH. So these are the structures of alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Now coming on to certain functional groups. See, now we have functional group like hydroxyl functional group, that is OH. If OH group is placed, so the suffix which we use is -ol. Like if I am writing CH3OH, we know for one carbon we write meth, so it will be methane है क्योंकि single bond है, तो it will be methanol. Similarly C2H5OH, for 2 carbon there is eth, so it will be ethanol. Similarly we have aldehyde, so the functional group for aldehyde is CHO and the prefix which we use is al. Like I have to draw 2 carbons, सो ये 2 कार्बन CHO है, तो लास्ट कार्बन में CHO, तो फर्स्ट कार्बन की वैलेंसी सेटिस्फाई करेंगे, इट इज टेट्रावेलेंट, सो विल राइट CH3. सिंस 2 कार्बन्स आर देयर, इसलिए यहाँ पर आ जाएगा एथ वर्ड एंड इथेनॉल. कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड इज अनदर टाइप ऑफ फंक्शनल ग्रुप. सो कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड COOH. फॉर दिस द सफिक्स विच वी यूज इज oic acid, like CH3COOH. So there are 2 carbons, so the name will be ethanoic acid. After this we'll study how can we write their names. This is just the introduction of certain functional groups. So in this video we studied the introduction of organic compounds, homologous series and their structure. Hope you guys are finding videos helpful. So do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.